Good morning, or afternoon, I guess. We are going to make kid-friendly pasta salad, and I'm excited to see if the kids actually like it. This is the first time I'm making it, but I think we can do it. So let's figure out what Pioneer Woman items we need for this recipe. All right, so here's all the Pioneer items you will need for this recipe. You'll need her cutting board, signature knife. You also need a whisk, a half a cup. There's two things that need half a cup, so that's why I have two here. A tablespoon and half a teaspoon ground pepper, a bowl to mix the sauce in. You'll also need a bowl to put the pasta salad in once you're done. That's why I picked the one with the lid. Your cooking pasta, you need a pan and a colander. And then I cook my bacon on this, and yes, pardon that ugliness. That was my mistake. But anyways, that's all the Pioneer items you'll need for this. All right, and here are all the items you will need to make this recipe. You'll need 12 ounces of some fun-shaped pasta. You'll need 8 slices of thin bacon, half a cup of mayonnaise, half a cup of whole milk, 4 tablespoons of vinegar, and yes, I know that is a huge tub, but I have granite countertops, so that's what I do a lot of cleaning with in the wood floors. So that's why it's gigantic. But anyways, moving on. Half a teaspoon of salt, a dash of sugar, and that's even optional, but I know my kids will love sugar. And you'll need 10 ounces of red and yellow grape tomatoes, so I'll just use half of each of those to equal that. Half a pound of mild cheddar cheese, 3 green onions sliced thin. I already had these pre-sliced, or else I probably would have sliced them a little thinner for this recipe. You'll need fresh ground pepper, and also you'll need some fresh basil leaves. All right, so first thing I did was lay out my bacon on my pan, and I set the oven to 400 degrees, and I will put the bacon in the oven for about 15 minutes on that 400 degrees. I've already got the water boiling for the noodles, so I'm gonna add that to the pot as soon as I get these in the oven. All right, so I've rinsed off the red tomatoes, and now all I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take that green part off. I'm just gonna half them lengthwise and throw them in a bowl. And I'm gonna do the same thing to about half of them, to the yellow and the red. Do the exact same thing for both. All right, I got the tomatoes done. And the pasta is done as well, so all I'm gonna do is spray some cold water just to kind of cool them down, because obviously it's gonna, ooh, look at that camera steaming. It's gonna be a cold pasta salad. It's already cooling down now. Look, the camera, you can see now. And I also went ahead and lined a plate with some paper towels for when the bacon comes out. All right, so now we just gotta cube the cheese, and I'm just gonna slice them into strips just like what I have, and slice them like that, and then dice them this way too. And that's the best way I know how to dice some cheese. And I'm gonna just throw them back in that bowl as well. And we've added the cheese to the bowl now. All right, so the bacon just came out of the oven, so I'm going to put them on this paper towel just to kind of get rid of some of that grease before we put it in our pasta salad. Ooh, it does smell good though. I don't know anybody that can argue with bacon, do you? Even our kids love bacon. And our kids are like the most generic eaters I think I've ever met. You give them peanut butter jelly sandwiches and the microwavable macaroni and cheese and a hot dog with no bun and no sauce, they are good. Like, they could have that for every meal and be perfectly content. So now I'm just kind of dabbing the paper towel over just to get some of that top grease off too. Now let's get to chopping the basil. All right, so I've got the basil all leafed together, and I'm just going to roll some of them up at a time. See if I can keep my roll going, and slice them. And this I will just leave on the cutting board until I'm ready to toss them in to the pasta salad. So while the bacon is cooling off, I'm gonna go ahead and do the sauce part. So I'm going to add my half a cup of milk with here without trying to spill it all over the place. Whew. That's okay, I overflowed it, so it's all right. And then half a cup of mayonnaise. And the more liquid, the better, just so it can easily coat everything. And then I've got my vinegar, my 4 tablespoons of vinegar. And then I've got my salt and pepper together. Just gonna pour that in there. Gonna stir it around. I hope the kids like this. I think I'm gonna like it. Alright, let me get a little spoon so we can do the sugar. Alright, so then we're gonna add a little bit of sugar. I know that's probably a lot bit, but that's alright. I like sugar, and so do my kids. Alright, so here is what the mixture looks like. And that is all done. So now we're gonna set this aside and work on chopping up the bacon. Alright, so next I'm just chopping up the bacon into little bitty, you know, smaller parts, almost like bacon bits. Oh my goodness, I already had a bite of this bacon, because who can resist? It is so good. Ooh. I love me some bacon. I could probably have that every day and be quite all right. I'm gonna chop mine up a little bit smaller just because I have a little bit smaller kids. And we have a gagger in the family who likes to gag on everything. So I have to make sure to do it small just so I know for sure that he's not choking. And now we are to the fun part and mixing everything together. So I'm gonna put the noodles in. Kind of separate those a little bit. And then I'm going to pour the sauce in. Go ahead and start mixing that a little bit. And then I'm going to add in the cheese and the tomatoes. And then we'll add in the basil while I'm over here too. And then we'll give that a good little stir in. All right, that is the finished product. What do you think? I think that looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna have to try some. All right guys, are you ready for the moment of truth? I've got a good little helping here, a little bit of everything. Let's see. I would definitely make this again. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Maybe the kids don't really need it, right? Thanks again for watching, and I really hope you make this. It's very yummy. And it's very easy. And the kids are gonna have it for lunch, so I'll put a little clip in there to let you know how much they ate. But really good. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up and head over to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't already, you can watch our other videos too. We have some yummy treats on there and some good videos. We'll see you later. Bye. Is that yummy? I guess I'd be going for another bite. You like it?
Yeah, they're tomatoes. That means
I know you love tomatoes.
Right,
you like it, little boy?
yeah,
they're
good.
Good.
Now.
Yeah, tomatoes are pretty yummy. We all heard it. They like it too. See you later.